can find me in the crossroads between Palm Springs and Joshua Tree. These are wind turbines. They've been here since the 80s, creating electricity for miles. Making my way to Joshua Tree with Cowboy Hugh and Outlaw Kimchi for a dusty adventure. First stop is Pioneertown. Actor Dick Curtis started Pioneertown in 1946, themed as an 1880s old western town to be a working motion picture set. A lot of 50s westerns were filmed right here in this town. Switch up the music. Let's have a little Krungbin vibe.
No, can't be here.
Gosh, that's the biggest cacti I've ever seen. Public enemy number one. Don't let looks fool you. He's super vicious. Good thing we had Kim on a leash, otherwise things could have gotten ugly. This town is too small for us. Time to make our way to Joshua Tree proper. I am having a Thelma and Louise flashback. Of course, had to take a bath in the backyard. This was technically his first attempt at the Wim Hof method. Time to get some shut-eye.
Alright, Keeley.
Feeling refreshed after a good night's sleep, we hit the town in search of the best coffee, and I do believe we found it. Let's go to Joshua Tree National Park for some adventures. This park is quite interesting because it's the place where two deserts meet, the Mojave and the Colorado Desert. There is something about this park that seems so prehistoric and otherworldly. This desert was home to the Pinto culture who lived and hunted here between 8,000 and 4,000 BC. Interestingly, in 1772, the Spaniards made the first European sightings of Joshua Tree.
Have you ever met Miss Lindy? She's a gal with the bright red hair. Now she stands high from all the rest. You know her anywhere. Well, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine. Well, I love that little girl with the bright red hair. Well, Miss Lindy, my Miss Lindy. Well, I love that little girl with the bright red hair. Have you ever seen Miss Lindy? She likes to dance all day, and when she does rock and roll, it takes your breath away. Well, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine.
Okay, we found Arch Rock. Check it out. It's like this little formation that looks like an arch here in Joshua Tree. It's pretty cool. It's the main attraction on this area. It's also a campsite, which is really nice. It's fun being in the desert. There's all these different like desert plants and desert flowers. What I've noticed is there's a lot of like neon flower colors, like yellow and purples, a lot of neon colors in the desert. I did see a hummingbird, so that was really cool to see some wildlife. Not a lot of wildlife. I've also seen some rabbits, desert rabbits and things like that. It was pretty cool around. Check it out. Let's keep walking around, see what we see. There we go. Going down. Watch your step. It's kind of creepy down here. This is what I like to call bouldering. You should film yourself doing this. Watch out for the desert spiders. Okay, let's see what's over here in this crevice. Ugh. It's nice and calm in the desert. There really isn't that many people around in the spring months. I do recommend coming around springtime to Joshua Tree because it's less hot. It can get up in the hundreds out here. But right now it's quite nice, especially in the shade.
Well, Miss Lindy's hair is fire red, her eyes are water blue. And when Miss Lindy smiles at me, oh, what it makes me do. Well, she's mine. Yeah, she's mine.
Woo-wee. Bouldering's a good workout. It's pretty fun. You should try it. These rocks of granite are massive, creating a spectacular landscape. I keep thinking to myself, how did they form? How did they form? Well, many seem to think these rocks were formed by plate tectonics and volcanic activity. Over 200 million years ago, the North American plate collided with the Farallon plate that sat under the Pacific Ocean. The friction caused the surrounding underground rocks to melt and form magma. The magma cooled, creating this rock. Check out a new location. Next stop is the Hall of Horrors. Sounds fun, right? What could go wrong? as Joshua trees, are found only in California, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, and northern Mexico. This is the entrance to the Hallway of Horrors. We're at a new location in Joshua Tree. Let's go check out the Hall of Horrors. Ooh, it's kind of scary getting down here. Oh, there's a lot of crevice. Okay. Oh, shit. Just say that. I myself am a first time boulder and I got down just fine. It's pretty fun. Try it out. Come on down. Come on down. It's really nice and cool down here. Hugh, you look like a lizard. You look like a lizard hanging on the rock there in the sun. Oh my God, Hugh, look up! Yeah, you're gonna get trapped forever. That thing's gonna fall. Any minute, it could fall any minute. All right, you better get over here while you can. This is like Roadrunner, if anyone knows that PlayStation 1 game. I'm not.
Go class. Come on, go class, come on. Fine. Oh my God.
You're gonna ruin your shoes. I'm glad I didn't break my glasses. We've seen wind turbines, Pioneertown, where they made Western movies. We watched the stars. And even when bouldering. That concludes our adventure for now, and it's time for me to ride on out in the sunset on my trusty steed like they do in the Western movies.
Oh, hey, everybody. Yo, you kind of stuck here, huh? Look up, guys. You see a giant boulder on top of your head? You kind of fall down any moment. And then we will all die. Oh, you can hear the fly. This is a crazy spot and I saw people just squeeze through it. And I will not recommend anybody first time bouldering to do that. But let's talk about the camera. I mean, the camera is shooting 8K right now, 8K 30 frame. I can also shoot HDR, probably look better, but HDR only allows 5.7K, I think. So 8K for me will get a really good immersive 360 video. One good thing about action camera like this, you can put it on the ground and we just film everything. You can look up, crazy boulder on top of your head, look down, very scary path, and then you see me right here. So yeah, that's why I love this camera. It's super high quality, easy to use, and you don't need a videographer. You can just put it on the ground and you just capture everything. So yeah, I think I will just keep going forward.